My name is Derek Ahlswede.
Ross Field.
This is the AC Sports Podcast. Welcome. We do this every Wednesday.
Yeah, we do.
Out of downtown Chico, California. You can sub to us.
Place to be.
At the AC Sports, at AC Sports Podcast on YouTube, at AC Sports Pod on Instagram.
Home of the great Aaron Rodgers.
We will talk about him a bit. Our levels are looking good. We can get started.
Let's go. What you got?
Let's fucking get into it. We have a formula now, Ross. Feeling really good about the show formula.
Okay.
Should we do a 1-minute board meeting with the public here real quick?
Okay, let's get in.
I mean, whatever, dude. Look, we're a brand new pod on YouTube, honestly.
Pretty much, yeah, for real.
We got 45.7K views in the last 28 days. They do a little 28-day
Say what?
Evaluations, 350 watch hours. We're at 85 subs, you know. That's where the growth always comes in. What else? There was one other thing I wanted to note.
Let's get that to 100.
The podcasts themselves, 31-minute average view duration. I'm actually really impressed by that.
Yeah.
That can be like 2 minutes a lot of times.
Right. That's a good point.
So I like that. But what I'm really doing, Ross.
Thanks to all the viewers for sure. Like, big gratitude. Let's go.
Can you view my thing there?
You're looking dialed in there,
camera?
pal.
Okay. We're going to start with our soon-to-be infamous Point Differential Power Rankings for Week 3. I'm unveiling this week, though, okay? Because there's some surprising, tasty stuff this week. You ready?
Okay. I don't think so, but maybe.
Let's get into it.
I'm as ready as I can ever be.
Our number one team, still after 3 weeks, the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, makes sense.
Our number 2 team in
Doesn't
the NFL.
make any sense.
The Seattle Seahawks, number 2 in point differential in the NFL. What about that? We're going to break these down into 4 quadrants like we did last week. So let's go over our A, B, C, and D teams.
Good.
The A teams, 1 through 8. We have Colts, Seahawks, Bills, Lions, Vikings, Ravens, Commanders, and Packers, 1 through 8.
Is that the Carson Wentz-led Vikings?
A lot of big changes here. What teams stand out most to you in this group?
Did you know Kevin O'Connell is 15-3 when a ginger quarterback starts and leads the way? That was a fun NFL meme stat I came across this week.
Gingers are hot.
Isn't that interesting? Because obviously Darnold, last year was so successful as a starter there. That just made me chuckle a little bit.
Yeah. Big fan of Andrew Santino. Bad friends. Shout out.
Yeah. How about the Commanders vaulting into the top after QB1 led the way for sure?
Mm-hmm.
And man, Indy continues, dude. That jumps out to me. And obviously Seattle has no business being there. But hey, the point differential power rankings.
They don't lie.
They don't lie. So they're there. Packers dropped a bit, huh?
Yeah. So, you have your NFC West homerism. You hate to see the Seahawks up there. I get it.
Sure.
The Vikings. So this week, and I'm going to do this every week, Ross, I'm including what the team's ranking was last week versus this week in column D there. For the YouTube viewers, I might throw a picture up there, do a reel on this, let you know what we're looking at. And we can see how much a team rose or fell. Vikings rose 20 spots last week.
That's amazing.
So they're the no-brainer kind of a big jump. Seahawks rose 9. Commanders rose 8. Okay. B grades, 9 through 16. We have the Chargers in the B category. Jaguars, Eagles, Rams, Cardinals, Niners, Panthers, and Bucks. What jumps out?
Well, Panthers jumps out for sure.
Yeah.
I think your voice inflection when you said that was indicative of a team that really vaulted up. A lot of really good teams in the B group.
There are.
My gosh. The Chargers are amazing so far this season. Philly, what a nice little comeback win in a game that you felt like the Rams were going to win. The Niners are 3-0. Cardinals played the Niners tough. Bucks. Yeah, that's a nasty little B group.
Nasty little B group. We are intentionally going to kind of scoot through this first section. We don't need to spend too much time on this 15 minutes or so.
Okay, yes, sir.
Just FYI, production note for the co-host, because we got a lot of time spent on the game by game after this.
What jumps out to you?
Thanks for asking, Ross.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always hosting. Rarely do I get a question asked. It feels good.
Okay, I'll be better about that.
No, I didn't mean like that. The consistency of the Jaguars.
Yeah, good point.
A lot of playoff teams here. We're looking at that NFC West middle of the pack thing again that we dealt with last year.
Right, Rams, Cardinals, Niners, bam, bam, bam.
And then Panthers is just they hopped 12 spots from 27 to 15.
Crazy. What a
Just
crazy game.
Insane, and we'll get to how insane that is in the next segment. And a lot of playoff games in this group. So NFC playoff teams, mind you.
Yeah, right.
NFC, important. And
Pretty
the Jaguars.
much all of them.
Right.
Except for the Jags.
Jags are still there. Still there in the same spot, the Jags, so good for them. C group. Oof, this is when we get the AFC supposed playoff teams.
Yeah.
17 through 24 we go here. Broncos, Chiefs, Steelers, Patriots, Texans, Falcons, Bears, and Cowboys. What are we looking at here, Ross?
Well, I think you mentioned it. This is a really fascinating group because a couple of these teams are going to emerge. Mm-hmm. They're, whether it's the Broncos, the Chiefs, the Steelers, the Texans. I think you're looking at some teams in the AFC that may not have very good point differential now, but come the end of the year may be in a better position. And you'll probably see a couple playoff teams from the AFC out of this group. I think that's, pretty much a given.
I think the fun thing about this list is trying to extract maybe some type of trend team by team, like throughout the season, maybe. So
yeah.
Some of these AFC playoff teams. I mean, the Chargers are even in the B group, right? That's an A team.
Yeah.
They're playing close games.
Yep.
Maybe that's kind of the vibe of these AFC West teams. A lot of 3-point decisions.
Yeah.
Anybody can win. I mean,
yeah.
Still epic matchup, Broncos-Chargers, divisional matchup that we'll talk about. Chiefs middling. Are the Chiefs legitimately not that team anymore? We're probably going to ask that every week. They play the Ravens next week, so
tough schedule
there. And then, our boy Aaron hanging around. The Bears actually made quite a leap this week. They were the worst team in football last week.
They were.
So now they're up in the C group with the Chiefs.
Jump 9. Yeah, the Broncos are going to be one ticked-off team coming into this next week. I mean, because 2 weeks ago they lost to, was it Indy on the leverage call?
That was
bullshit. A tough call.
That was bullshit.
And then this week, I mean, you can make the case that they should have beat the Chargers, that they were in control of that game. And then they let it go. And, that's a team that's had 2 wins slip through the cracks.
But I guess it's kind of what I'm saying about this C group is that they're good, a handful of them.
Yep.
But if you're only winning by 2-3, you could lose any game. So
sure.
The Broncos beat Tennessee by 2.
Yeah. And strength of schedule. I mean, the Colts are not a bad team so far this season, and obviously the Chargers are not a bad team. So tough matchups that the Broncos had and close games, and they ended up losing. And one of them was a really frustrating way to lose a game.
Yeah. All right, the D group. Our favorite, 25 through 32. We have the Raiders, Browns, still in the D group. Jets, Giants, Bengals, Dolphins, Saints, and Titans.
Bengals.
They dropped 13
big
ranks.
Plummet. Boy, poor Browning, huh? Whoa.
The Jake Browning era, like you said. We made a reel titled The Jake Browning Era.
Did not get off to a good start. We jinxed poor Jake Browning.
Get some ironic views on that, maybe. Some laughs.
The Brownler.
Speaking of Browning, the Browns with one of the most impressive wins that we may see all season, and I can't wait to talk about them.
Crazy.
What does that mean for them moving forward? Super interesting. Well, are they still 4-13? Like, we don't know. We have no idea what's going to happen with them.
I don't know. Was Shador going to be starting in week 13?
Never. Dylan Gabriel. Joe Flacco. What are we talking about?
Giants made the call. They made the switch.
They did.
No more Russ.
Dart start.
Oh, I like that. Nice. Start the dart.
Last week, the Bears were the most depressed team.
Yeah.
I read off a text from my friend Kevin on the intro. This week, we have a clear most depressed fan base. in this D group.
Oh, well, it's got to be Cincinnati, right?
No,
you're not going Cincinnati.
Well, maybe it's a little
the Raiders.
A little location bias here. The Raiders fans are apoplectic, and I know this because they played my team.
Ooh, smoked.
There's a lot of like, it's just funny NFL fans when you have a really bad week, at like kind of on top of a previous bad week. Everything falls apart for the fan base. Yeah. We saw the exact same thing in Chicago with Las Vegas this week.
Which means the Raiders are going to get a big win this weekend. Oh, NFL football is the best.
Okay, let's
the last team on that list. Poor start to the career for Cam Ward.
Yeah, and the Saints they don't, to me, I feel like they're not playing horribly, but huge loss.
Yeah. Agree.
We'll get into their stats. Dolphins, bouncing back, still at the bottom.
Yep, still at the bottom.
And the Jets, we'll see. They're not horrible. They could have beat the Bucks. Okay. The point differential playoff picture.
What?
Check this shit out. AFC Divisional Winners. If we were to go off point differential alone, this is my favorite segment. The 1 seed in the AFC, the Colts. The 2 seed, the Bills. The 3 seed, the Ravens. The 4 seed, the Chargers. Again, Ross, these, to me, are likely to be the 4 division winners.
Yeah, they really are.
So that's interesting.
Barring some kind of injury.
Right. The NFC Division Leaders, based off point differential, is hilarious. The 1 seed Seahawks.
Crazy.
The 2 seed Lions. The 3 seed Commanders. And the 4 seed Carolina Panthers. Dude. Best point differential in the NFC South.
NFC is whack this week. That's so funny, dude.
The Wild Cards in the AFC, we have 5 seed Jags. They actually stay put. 6 seed Broncos also staying put. And then the 7 seed Chiefs, they're finally in there. The NFC Wild Cards, we have the 5 seed Vikings, 6 seed Packers, and 7 seed Eagles.
I just think this shows you like how much more competitive, again, the NFC is.
Yeah.
I think you're not going to see much room in the AFC for people to kind of swap spaces and spots over the next few weeks. But in the NFC, you'll probably see it bounce around quite a bit.
Big time. Just like your mic is bouncing.
Is it? Oh, hey.
No. That's me. We got a bouncy marble table for you.
Yeah, blame it on the table.
Yeah. If you really look up and down AFC 1 through 7,
yeah,
I honestly would bet that as a parlay that those are the 7 playoff teams in the AFC.
Yeah, for real.
Because look at I put down the other 4 on the outskirts. We have the Steelers, Patriots, Texans, Raiders. I mean Steelers and Texans, maybe. But then Patriots and Raiders, definitely not.
Speaking of maybe.
Drake, maybe.
That was so funny.
Cousin Sal and Bill Simmons.
Sal, good one.
And then you look at the 9 through 11 or 8 through 11 in the NFC, the Rams, Cardinals, Niners, Bucks.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Right? The Rams.
That's a nasty team on the outskirt, nasty group of teams on the outskirt.
We mentioned that the NFC looked a lot better than the AFC this year. And that's, I think, a fact that you may only find here on this podcast and people aren't saying yet. We're spotting it, baby.
Yeah, we are. Thanks to the point differential power rankings from Derek, we spotted a trend that no other pod is discussing. Great call.
I'll just cruise through these the 16 most interesting teams. This is going to be the last week we do this because it's just going to get to be too many teams. Best 3-0 teams, the Colts and Eagles. Oh, because this is AFC, NFC, so this is interesting.
It is interesting.
The best 3-0 teams. The Eagles are 11th in power ranking, but the best 3-0 NFC team based off point differential. That said, Colts and Eagles, Super Bowl?
Could happen. That'd be crazy.
The worst 3-0 teams, Chargers and Bucks, 2 teams that I think we both love, so that's odd. Yeah. But they have just 1 close game. It's true. Best 2-1 teams, Jags and Seahawks. Worst 2-1 teams, Bengals and Cardinals. That's interesting. The Bengals, I think, are pretty obviously the worst 2-1 team. And the Cardinals, honestly, may end up being the worst 2-1 team at the end of the season. We'll see James Conner with the big injury.
Ooh.
There. Best 1-2 teams, Ravens and Panthers. That's funny. I think the Ravens are obviously the best 1-2 team.
Could be 1-3.
Yeah. Worst 1-2 teams, Browns and Cowboys. We like the Browns. So Cowboys now with the CeeDee Lamb injury. Interesting.
Yeah.
Best 0-3 teams, Texans and Giants. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
AFC, NFC. And then worst, of course, the Titans and the Saints.
Yeah, fair.
Any one thing there you want to mention?
Oh gosh,
We can skip
the
on.
best 2-1 team surprises me. I just can't get over how Seattle is so highly ranked.
I know. I mean, they had
wild.
a gigantic win.
They did. Smacked the Saints.
Mushed them up.
Um,
You do wonder. I'm starting to. I want to say I even said this, like, or at least posed it. Like, is Darnold going to win 13 games again?
I know. Yeah.
That'd be fucking incredible if he
It
did.
would be. And he'd be the all he does is win QB. Yeah, I mean, best. It's really hard to believe that the Ravens are 1-2. That's crazy.
They always. Well, that brings up a good point. That the stacking of like the best matchups early season. This is exactly what happened to them last year. They were 1-2 last year.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, let's not do that. Same with college football. I kind of don't like it. Remember back in the day, it was like college football. They played the shittiest teams at the beginning, and you kind of worked your way up. NFL, it's like, okay, you have 1 or 2 early season games. It's huge, but the Eagles, and granted, they're still 3-0. Eagles, Ravens,
Play some tough
maybe
games.
the Chiefs. Yeah, they're playing these. Just like the top teams up front, like let's backload those games. I don't know.
Well, maybe it also begs the question that should they change how they go about scheduling, opponents? I mean, it's based off of like where you finished the year before, which is, the Niners finished last in the NFC West, and they have a really favorable schedule this year because they go up against other teams that finished last in their division for their non-divisional matchups. So, and obviously the Ravens and Chiefs finished really high last year, so they're going to draw some tough matchups. I mean, that's interesting.
You're saying maybe? Well, I mean, I don't think people necessarily talk about enough for the obvious reason for parity in the NFL, and the obvious reason why teams turn around and go from bad to good.
Dude, good point. Yep, that's it. And maybe over each year, it does lend itself to having some teams that maybe, aren't going. Like the Colts this year. You going in the season, you're not thinking are going to be the team that surprises everybody. Every year you do have a surprise, and maybe that's because of the way the schedule is organized.
I mean, in one sense, it's like you're one of the best teams. It's awesome. You got to play the hardest teams. Yeah. We love parity generally. It's good that we have turnover. It's not the same. That said, we have dynasties all the time that win Super Bowls. But I don't know. I guess the only alternative is like kind of you pick things out of a hat instead of being like best plays best, worst plays worst.
Yeah. How would you do it otherwise? That's a great question.
I like how it's done.
Yeah. It's definitely not bad. It is cool. And if you're a team like the Niners or a team that is in like, I don't know, contention every year, if you are going to have a bad year, maybe it's good to tank it and like lose the division so you can get right back to being competitive the next season, potentially.
Bring tanking to the NFL, Ross Field.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily saying that, but you know what I mean. Like, you could have a team that's always in contention, suffer a down year, and then they'll be right back in contention the next year.
Okay, last segment for the Point Differential Power Rankings from Week 3. We didn't do this one last week, but this may be the most like telling or like kind of inarguable takeaway from the Point Differential Power Rankings is just the jump in the ranking, and then that tells us who had the best week, who had the worst week. Pretty straightforward. So if we go to best week 3, number 5 the Commanders, tied for 3rd the Seahawks and Bears, number 2 the Panthers, and number 1 the Vikings. I don't think we can argue with that as far as those teams having the best week.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Vikings crazy surprise, Panthers crazy surprise.
Right.
Huge win for Seattle. Big win for the Bears.
Right.
And then obviously
huge win for the Commanders, honestly.
Yeah, Mariota was amazing.
So I like what this tells us, the best and worst. Worst week 3, tied for 5th, we have the Raiders, Cowboys, and Packers, which I like the Packers in there as one of the worst week 3s, right?
Yeah.
Tied for 3rd, the Saints and the Rams. Rams, tough. You got to put them in there worst week the way that game unfolded.
They had it.
Gut punch. That's a
Total
gut punch loss.
Same with the Packers. The Packers were like in control of that game the whole way through.
I just like that statistically it's telling us that. It's totally right.
Yeah, it is.
And then the Bengals and Falcons had the runaway worst weeks. Falcons.
Boy, what a difference a week make for the Falcons, man. Oh my gosh, bro. That is crazy.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. I mean,
is it Kirk Cousins time? You think so?
Yeah, maybe. And I may have never eaten more shit in my life than my Pennix Falcons love and what happened last week.
Things change week to week, man.
As an analyst, that one fucking hurts, dude.
Yeah, things change week to week. Don't beat yourself up, man.
Okay, thanks.
You know, I think my analysis is you like to take risks, man. And sometimes that happens when you take risks, man. It's all good.
Okay. We're going to move on to our team-by-team breakdown.
Oh, look at this breakdown, man. The guy's a legend.
Here's how we do this. I read off my notes from each game quickly because we only have so much time, and Ross points out his highlights, really, from the notes that we got right here. Okay, first game, Thursday night.
Yeah.
Dolphins, Bills.
Yeah.
Here are the notes. Allen Cook MVP race, ? Kincaid a guy, ? MIA run game pretty good. Tua can't get it upfield, but better. Late game pick. 21-21 in the fourth.
It was.
Won't. Yeah, right. Won't see week 1 Dolphins again, ?
Yeah.
More laterals, ! And then rushing the punter up the middle without contact is impossible. That's my last.
Well, it's funny that, last week we were talking about how James Cook, took a lot of the load in their victory the week prior, and Josh Allen didn't do much, you know? And it was like, maybe that's good for the Bills. It's great for the Bills when really Allen's not having to carry the team. Thursday's performance, at least in the first half, was like, oh yeah, Josh Allen is him. Just a little reminder. To me, it felt like he did some really impressive things in that game.
I guess.
And Cook still had a good game.
Yeah, over 100 yards. I mean, I think what I'm seeing here is that Cook might kind of cancel Allen's MVP season out.
Yeah,
because he's doing so well. If he keeps this pace every week, Cook, to me, he's an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
So interesting to look at there. Anything else?
That is interesting. Yeah, I think the fact that it was tight going into the fourth was surprising because it just kind of felt like Buffalo was in complete control of that game.
Yeah.
Miami was doing some things offensively. It looks like that connection with Tua and Waddle and Hill is like on the cusp each week of just getting a little bit better, but they can't quite get it over the hump.
No deep balls is what I noticed there.
Yeah, they're not stretching the field as much. It's more underneath.
Which, by the way, is kind of a theme now. I think I heard somebody talking about how the two deep safeties, like the league is kind of cutting off the deep ball a little bit. I don't know.
Interesting.
The Dolphins had a roughing the punter call that kind of changed things late, and I don't know, man. It's impossible to try to block a punt. If you're coming from the side, okay.
Yeah.
But I guess you just can't dive if you're rushing up the middle. You got to just kind of get there in time, because if you dive, you're knocking the guy over.
Totally. Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, you better make sure you're going to block that kick if you're diving from the center. That's the thing.
Right.
Don't risk it if you're thinking there may be a chance it gets by you.
I'm just wondering if we should get rid of roughing the if you're attempting a block and you swipe his back leg, I don't know, dude. You're trying to block the ball.
Well, yeah, but wouldn't that then be running into the kicker, which is only 5 yards, but you still get a first down, right?
Exactly. It's still, I think still turns over they go from a fourth down to maybe a first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Falcons, Panthers.
Whoa, dude.
The shutout.
Whoa.
Good God.
Where did this come from?
Shocked the world. But Bryce still only had 121 yards passing, no touchdowns, no picks.
Crazy.
No picks is kind of the key there.
Yeah, took care of the ball.
Decent run game. Looking at the stats, I was like, what? This was 30-0?
Yeah.
It was still anemic, the stats. So that's interesting. No receiving for the Panthers. McMillan, the rookie, 3 for 48. That's nice. I like him a lot. ATL actually had a decent day running the ball.
I sure did.
So just one of the weirdest 30-0 games.
Yeah.
Pennix had that pick six.
That was the big one.
We can call him.
And there was another huge pick that he threw. Right. But yeah, it's like the tale of a game where costly turnover totally determines the score and the outcome.
And there were a few this week.
Yeah.
Do you mind turning your mic a little bit towards you? There. Let me see here. I'm like spinning it. There you go. Yeah. A little bit more. Oh, other way. There we go. Perfect. Thank you.
Got it.
Thank you. Yeah, there are a few big pick sixes that we'll talk about today.
Yeah, there were.
First drive turnovers, I noticed as a theme too this week. Last thing, yeah, second huge pick for Pennix, like you said. We can call him pick six Pennix from here on out.
Pick six.
And it was a red zone pick six, which are the worst.
The worst.
And then Kirko Banks.
Yeah, get him in.
And I put legit combo ? So what is your take, or what's your favorite note?
I mean, I'd give Pennix a couple more weeks, or maybe one more week. I don't know. If you're Atlanta and you're wanting to contend this season and you've got a good chance to, can you afford to have anemic offense for the next few weeks?
But I do think it's like, to me, the Cousins backup is like the Falcons are doing great. Pennix gets hurt. Then we have a serviceable backup that might carry us a little bit into the playoffs. But just if Pennix isn't playing well, I feel like you just got to ride it out, get him his reps.
Yeah, you might need to. I mean, I could see that argument for sure. I could see the other argument too. It's like, I feel like when you want to give him his reps is when they're not in contention, kind of what the Giants are going to do with Russell and Jackson Dart right now. It's like, we know we're not going to make a move this year, so let's give the young guy a lot of playing time.
But he looked good the first 2 weeks. Well, maybe not week 2 as much. But.
No, you're right. He did. That's why I think you got to give him a couple more weeks. But I do think, when you have a performance like that against the Panthers, the conversation's going to start because it was pretty bad.
And, Kirk is probably a beloved guy by at least some.
Yeah.
He is in Atlanta, and, I don't know how else to say this, but, like, culturally, like, that town's still rooting for Pennix over Kirk,
Yeah.
If we're in Indianapolis, I don't know. I mean, I hate to make this about race and culture, but that's a thing. Like, I remember the Hawks, like, Quavo getting interviewed when the Hawks chose Trey for the Hawks. I can't remember his last name.
What's his first name? Trey,
yeah, the point guard for the Hawks, the All-Star.
Trey Young.
Sorry. But they chose Trey Young over Luka.
Yeah, they did.
And everybody's like, what are you doing? And Quavo was like, no. Trey fits the culture more.
He does.
And that kind of stuck in my head, like, sometimes a fan's just like, you want a guy that fits your culture more. So in this case, Pennix definitely fits Atlanta more than Kirk, Very different personalities. I bring that up because you're not going to get like a groundswell of like, start Kirk Cousins over Pennix, I don't think, which might help Pennix a little bit.
Yeah, it could.
Ross not touching that
I'm
take.
not going to touch that.
Hey, bro, it's true. My takeaway from this game is that it was the weirdest 30-0 game ever. It wasn't really a 30-0 game. So we can calm down on Carolina and being decent at all, and then we can calm down on Atlanta being that bad.
Fair.
All right.
We'll see what happens next week for the Falcons.
We'll see if AI takes that clip up to the top there.
I'm sure it will, dude. Dude. Let's go.
All right. Cowboys, Bears. I kind of did these games in order of interest, too, by the way, for what it's worth.
I like it.
Here are the notes. Big play Caleb, but no Bears run game. Dallas, good run game. First drive fumble. Bad omen. The first drive turnovers. That's a theme this week. Dak end zone pick. Shy D steps up. Dallas defense, LOL. Great job, Jerry. Fergie, 13 catches. Fergalicious.
That's amazing. I didn't realize he had that.
Pickens now number 1.
Ooh, good luck with that.
New guy of the week, Luther Burden III from Chicago, 100 yards. And then Joe Milton III, citing end zone pick, LOL. Which note from this?
Oh, dude, it has to be Caleb, right? Big game for Caleb.
He looked good.
Throwing the
ball deep. That deep ball when you're hitting that. I mean, how can you not love that?
He looked nasty. It's just a little reminder of how talented that guy is. That was kind of one of my takeaways looking at this game.
But Dallas defense, good God.
Yeah.
They've been getting torched. 450 yards to Russell Wilson.
True.
Now this 300 to Caleb when everybody's giving up on the Bears and Caleb.
Yeah. They've got a couple injuries in their secondary. Obviously, the Micah Parsons trade is not helping them. Yeah, their defense is super suspect.
And
that's a good point.
People are picking on the secondary, but every position it's the butterfly effect. You don't got a good pass rush. Now your secondary looks like shit. So I just think Jerry Jones is the Donald Trump of the NFL. He wants to be, it's just that the micromanaging owner is just an obvious disaster every time.
Every time.
And I just I personally kind of grow to hate those people, at least as like public figures or like in their job title,
Yeah, so true.
Thank God he's on my most hated team, or he owns the team that I hate the most, in the Cowboys. So fucking love it.
Yeah.
Fergalicious. I mean, are we going to coin that for Jake Ferguson?
Jake Fergie. Is he dating one of the Cavender twins?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, the social media stars that played ball for the U were blowing up around the TikTok days when it emerged. And then they went and transferred basketball.
Oh, yeah. Girls?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cavender. I think one of them's like engaged to Fergalicious. Anyway, there's some social media, drop for you.
Okay.
Check them out when you get a chance. You won't be disappointed. They are not bad to look at.
They volleyball play? Oh, you said basketball.
Basketball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else from Cowboys Bears?
No, I think you covered it. I just wonder if Denver's a little bummed out that they let Javonte Williams go.
He does look good. Oh, obviously the CeeDee Lamb injury. I mean, they're fucked.
Big one for a few years. Yeah, you see the clip too of Pickens getting all enraged on the sideline and that interaction. Yeah, he's like throwing his helmet down and he's kind of having a combo with CeeDee Lamb, and you're like, dude, this guy every year just can't control his emotions. He's total diva. But now he's getting a shot, dude. We'll see what happens this next week if Dak goes to him a little bit more.
You know what?
Certainly talented.
I mentioned the Raiders being the depressed fan base. I think the Cowboys got to be this week. Is that who you said? I think you might have been saying.
Yeah, I mean, they're yeah, I would agree.
What hope do they have after the CD injury, too, with their defense?
Well, only a few weeks, right? Maybe they can get right and get back in contention. You heating up over there?
A little bit. 49ers, Cardinals. The Ross Field game. Drum roll, please.
Crazy game.
I wrote down up on the big board behind me, if you want to read the second thing I wrote up on the big board, I wrote two things.
God, yeah.
It's a business that's opened this week.
Okay. Is it Mac Jones or Mac Brown?
Did I write Brown?
You did. It says Mac Brown's Emotional Healing Center.
I meant Mac Jones. An emotional moment at the end of the game for Mac.
Dude, it was cool.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Were you like legit? Because I get emotional and stuff like that happen.
Yeah,
do you?
Dude, I felt so happy for him, man. I mean, my emotions went crazy, bro, because he threw such an awful pick. And my dark mind goes to like, he's throwing the game. The dude is throwing the game. They get a safety. He throws a horrible pick. Like, what do we not know about some kind of bookie that he's working with, And then he leads them on like a game-winning drive, and you see just the pure emotion and relief and excitement from him and the interactions with his teammates that, part of me was like, hell yeah, Mac, like definitely got emotional.
And I think him getting a little hurt obviously added, like,
true.
I don't think he believed that he came back and won that game.
Yeah.
And that's why he got emotional like that.
You know what was cool too about that last drive was just him being so decisive about where he wanted to go with the ball. He got rid of it so quick, and you just felt like this is the kind of stuff that makes Kyle Shanahan drool. Like, he's just like, this is the type of quarterback I've always liked. Somebody that knows where they're going to go, gets rid of it super quick, finds the open receiver, understands and reads the defense, knowing that that's where the guy is going to be open. So it was a very, very impressive drive. And, you talk about, like, total emotional swing in a matter of a few minutes.
We'll talk about every note since this is your team.
Okay.
Poor James Conner.
I know.
I love that guy.
Me too.
Do you, as one of your rival?
Oh, yeah. Dude, he's just a dog, man. That guy runs so hard. How could you not respect the way he plays football? So physical, so tough. He's really had a couple, good years, in Arizona too. He was kind of hung out to dry a little bit with Pittsburgh, like he had played good for them.
Oh, I only know him as a Cardinal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
before, he was, my memory serves me correctly, he had a couple good years with the Steelers before coming over, and had shown the same kind of toughness and same kind of good running for Pittsburgh that he has for Arizona, but for a while there, it was like, what's going to happen with his career? The shelf life of running backs is so short, and he's really resurrected his career with Arizona, and so I got a lot of respect and admiration for him, and to see him go down like that's rough. There's also another really rough injury from that game, especially from the 49ers position, and that's like Arizona's going to miss Connor for the year. The Niners are going to miss Bosa for the rest of the year.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, he tore his ACL, and it was kind of weird because it didn't seem like he tore something the way that he came off the field. You knew there was okay, he's probably not going to come back for this game, but then when the news broke the next day, it was I feel like the way it was addressed in the post-game press conferences that there's a chance it could be something really bad, but we're pretty confident it's not. And then the next day to see that it was yeah, he tore his ACL, he's done, was okay, cool, there goes our Super Bowl chances.
Well, he gave the thumbs down walking off the field. That was kind of an ominous. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't.
Okay,
well then
he was like that.
Oh, I thought he gave a thumbs up.
Remember? No, he gave thumbs down.
Okay, well I read he gave a thumbs up.
Yeah, and Connor and Eckler, two kind of veteran studs that are both out for the year, running backs, that still got it. Connor, I mentioned I hated fantasy last week, or I just don't like it that much. Connor is one of the reasons why I like fantasy, because he was one of those guys I was never would go super high, but you love those players that they're going to do well, but for some reason they're kind of low around. So I've always been a big fan of Connor. Let's see. Let's move on to a little positive if we can. Yeah, sorry about the Bosa.
Yo, it's okay, man. Hopefully we'll be all right. We're 3-0. Maybe we could swing a deal, find a legit edge rusher to help, but that's definitely ominous moving forward. It's hard to picture a Super Bowl or a world where the Niners will be in contention for that game without someone like Bosa. He's that valuable.
Yeah, now that I think about it.
No offense to Austin Eckler, but Bosa's a little bit more impactful.
I was comparing Eckler to Connor more.
Okay.
Yeah. I just saw there's a picture of Burrow and Bosa with Trump at a UFC fight. They're like, karma.
My gosh.
Fucking watch out what you do there, buddy.
That's good. Both of them are out for the year. That's crazy. You're crazy talking.
One other thing here, the way that when I was looking at this game, and I might be a little kind of jokingly a hater to the Niners and Raiders fans because this is where I grew up, and I've always been a Commanders fan, so I like to kind of poke fun. I always have.
Sure. I would never live away from the team I root for. Wow. Because it just makes me more of a legit fan.
So I just was noticing, Arizona had this missed field goal in the first half.
They sure did.
They had this screen touchdown drop that looked like it could have scored maybe that it got field to go off of, and then they had a big Marvin Harrison drop on a deep ball. Some things I noticed. They blew a couple opportunities for sure. This game, it just felt like Cardinals still had a little bit of an edge this game. So great win for San Francisco.
Well, and you're right. A shot of Kyler at the end of that game, sitting on the bench, looking so dejected.
Yeah.
I think this was a game that they should have won.
Yeah.
I think the Niners kind of stole one.
And the Seahawks game.
Yeah, well,
great wins, dude.
I feel like we were in control. If you look at the time of possession of the Seattle game, we doubled or tripled them. It was crazy how much we were in possession that game.
Great
just
winning,
controlling it. This was a little different. This kind of had me holy cow, we had no business winning this game, especially after the safety, especially after the horrible interception that Jones threw. It was Arizona, I felt like, should have won this game, and for the Niners to get a win was woo.
Yeah, I can't to win a game on a safety. I don't. Has that ever happened? That almost happened.
That was
a holding call too. God, that would have been brutal.
It was a brutal call, but I get it. I understand it, dude. And can we talk a little bit about the start of year number 2 hasn't gone really good for MHJ. He hasn't really done.
I disagree a little bit.
Really? I feel like he hasn't done much at all.
If you look across the league, the wide receiver stats are not that great. The tight ends kind of stepping up a little bit more. We have McBride here with the Cardinals, of course, that is their guy. I get what you're saying, but now that I'm actually kind of doing deeper dives, I actually kind of like Marvin.
I think he's super talented. I just think the production hasn't been there yet this year.
Kyler only had 159 yards passing.
Yeah.
It
true.
Kind of is what it is for this game anyways. Last thing we'll say about this game, Trey Benson He's going to be the new running back for the Cardinals. He looked decent.
Yeah, he had a good first game for them. Ripped off a few good runs in that game. And you'll see, Emery DeMercado, in times when Connor's missed a game here or there, Emery stepped up a little bit. I wonder how much he'll be in the fold. But, yeah, it sure looks like it's going to be the Trey Benson show, and not a bad backup to have. And it's time to shine. He's young. This is his opportunity.
He should be I'm assuming he's going to be the biggest waiver wire fantasy guy this week.
Agree.
Okay. Eagles, Rams. We're going to go back to me read the notes, you telling me what your highlight is out of the notes here. We have LA first drive pick still 26-7 after a first drive interception. Insane.
Yeah.
Second half offensive game plans with big lead. I question these. Philadelphia 33 yards first half. A red zone fumble in the second half on the opening drive. So just abysmal looking for the Eagles.
Still won.
AJ and Devonta are here. Browns run after catch, so impressive. Jalen 226 and 3 with no picks. Barkley still under 50 yards.
Yeah.
Nakua top 5 ? Kyron Williams top 10 ? Stafford 196, Adams overthrow and drop.
Yeah.
And then 2 blocked field goals, which no one's talking about.
Yeah.
For the Eagles in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
What stands out of this?
It was amazing how many blocked kicks there were across the league this.
Right, which we should have led the pod.
It was wild, right?
Yeah.
It was like the week of the blocked kick. It blew my mind.
Quite a few returns on special teams too. Quite a few pick sixes.
Yeah.
Special teams defensive scoring was nuts. This week.
You're right, dude. Good call. My takeaway from this game is just how the hell did the Eagles pull it out? It's amazing that they fought back like this. And the Rams just, man, you talk about a frustrating loss for a team that was totally in control for the huge portion of the game.
If that's my team, that to me is the worst type of loss. I can't honestly write up a worse type of loss. You're crushing.
Yeah.
Crushing. And then to lose that way.
Yeah.
And by the way, they covered the point spread too for those who gambled on with the return and the kick for a touchdown. So I think with what you said, the highlight here is, to me, is the second half offensive game plans with big leads in general.
You just get so stagnant.
It needs to be kind of delved into more. It's
stay aggressive,
because it happens a lot.
Yeah, and it's so dude, that's so tough though, because you're trying to run the clock out. Yeah. It's so hard, but against a team like Philly, do not take your foot off the gas.
Just don't change your game plan. You're up 26-7. Don't change what you're doing.
I think it depends on your opponent. Yeah, you make a great point. I would not against them. They've got too much firepower. Right. They could come back too fast. They've got a defense that can get off the field quick. Do not let your foot up.
Barkley, pretty quiet. Under 50 yards.
I think that's kind of more of a tribute to how the game unfolded. It's like they had to come back fast, and you're not really going to want to run the ball a lot when you need to score quick. Yeah. So I think they opened up the pass game, and they kind of showed, again, man, Philly can beat you in a lot of different freaking ways, dude. It's tough.
So frustrating. They are. There's a reason they and the Chiefs won the Super Bowl last year, because they just fucking do this shit.
They
just win these games in the most frustrating, weird ways.
Yep, they just do it. That's so true. Yeah. Gosh, what was I?
We can move on if you don't remember.
No, it's good. It's good.
All right.
I like talking about it.
Potential. I don't want to say game of the week. Monday night game. No, it wasn't the game of the week because it was kind of over.
Did you, real quick though? Yeah. Eagles Rams. Last week you called the Rams. You said the Rams are going to win this game. Mm-hmm. You were on to something. For a better portion of that game, it was like,
I thought I crushed my choice.
Yeah. It was. Well, even if it didn't end up the way, I think you saw something coming.
Right.
So I'll give you credit for that one. And also if you're the Rams, you play this game this early in the season, fresh off a tough loss in the postseason when it was not favorable weather conditions for you being a California team in Philly. Mm-hmm. Maybe though, they're kind of flying home and Sean McVay's going, we're going to get him next time.
Yeah, we're better than this team.
There's got to be just a little glimmer of confidence, even if it's frustrating for them. You can make the case that they're better. Yeah,
and I mentioned Nakua and Kyron Williams, Matt Stafford. These are kind of elite position players, I think, that they have. So.
And Adams, despite having a tough drop, had a really good game.
Right. He could have had a much better. He makes. Yeah. There's just and Stafford overthrew him on a big play.
Yeah.
So
True.
All right. Ravens Lions. The notes.
Wasn't that fun?
It was. It was. Record-breaking Montgomery Gibbs. St. Brown top 5. Only wide receiver threat.
Top
Epic
3.
Sellies. The epic celebrations by St. Brown. I recommend you turn the volume up on his touchdown celebration from last week.
Okay, cool. I don't think I've seen that yet.
Lamar, 288, 3-0. Shot out Lions-D, but some big misses.
Yep.
Andrews, 91-2, but Baltimore wide receivers lacking.
Yep.
2 tough Henry weeks. The Hutchinson strip. When kickers save touchdowns, I wrote. Baltimore D, yikes. To be fair, Buffalo and Detroit, best offenses. Which
We've
of
had
these
some tough
stands
matchups.
out?
Well, for me, the huge takeaway from this game is 3 straight weeks, 3 tough Derrick Henry fumbles. And, coming over to the sideline after he got stripped by Hutchinson, did you see him, slam his helmet down and then, slip and fall onto the bench as he did that?
Yeah.
So not only did he fumble the actual football, he fumbled in frustration.
And he
that
knew
was
it.
a yikes.
He knew it after the game, too. Yeah, he didn't feel good.
Mark Andrews has been pretty quiet, but obviously Lamar felt like there was a matchup to exploit a little bit because he got a lot of opportunities and balls and produced.
Stats are still amazing. That's what's weird.
Yeah. He's thanks to this week. But, Zay didn't do much.
They cut down his
caught
rushing.
a touchdown.
Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say Zay Flowers.
Right.
But, yeah. And, dude, I like the top one, dude. Gibbs and Montgomery, man. What is it? Sonic and Knuckles, they referred to him as. Dude, Montgomery. After last year, you're thinking maybe he's going to lose a step because of the big injury he had. He ripped off some sick runs.
He's definitely a Derek Carr Award nominee this week.
I like
David
it.
Montgomery.
Okay.
One of the best games you'll see this year by a running back.
I know, dude.
The Montgomery Gibbs combo has already broken the NFL record for most games where they both score a touchdown. They have 11, and this is just already. The next most was 10. They're insane.
Yeah,
and then you add St. Brown, you add Goff, kind of like the Rams, but even better.
Yeah. Dude, and Jameson Williams can take the top off the defense at times.
Sure.
Laporta is awesome as a tight end. They're good, man. They're good. And this is a huge win for them. And I think, it wasn't
On
only
the
a couple.
road?
I know.
God.
And it was a couple weeks ago, we were like, Detroit, they're in trouble after the opener to the Packers. Now it's we don't really miss Ben Johnson. We're fine. We know how to do this. We got Dan Campbell, fearless leader.
Yeah, what a crazy opening week in hindsight that their offense did that.
Yeah.
They just needed a week. The rust is going to show week 1. They don't play preseason games, blah, blah, blah.
And maybe that's a sign of the Packers defense, too. The Packers defense is good.
Seeing that Hutchinson strip reminded me that they didn't have him last year.
Dude.
And I was like, oh, yeah. We walked into Detroit, and we whooped them up. One of the best wins of my life as a fan, right? But just to pick the Lions as a regression team when we know they had so many injuries, they're not a fucking regression team. They're one of the best teams in football still. Stop it. So that's my takeaway from this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. I like that. And, poor Baltimore, man. Tough couple games for their defense to cover.
Well, I hope they shit on the Chiefs so the Chiefs are 1-3 next week.
Could happen.
Next week. All right, Steelers-Patriots. Our guy, Aaron Rodgers, 139 yards, 2-1. New England turnover city, another first drive turnover.
Yep.
Warren under 50 yards. 0 Pittsburgh wide receivers, I wrote down. May 268, 2-1. 0 New England run game, I wrote down. And then Hunter Henry, 8 for 9 with 2. No wide receiver over 28 yards for New England. What sticks out to you here?
Well, kind of a classic Steelers-Patriots dogfight is just how I would look at it.
You're going to say dog shit.
Yeah, well, that's you can characterize it as that. It's just not an exciting game.
Yeah.
Kind of just like a, what you would expect from those two franchises. Just low scoring for the most part. Just, Not really great statistically, complete opposite of what you saw from Detroit and Baltimore.
Right. The stats were shit.
The stats were shit. DK did catch a touchdown, though, right?
Still, no yards. Catches. Mays had 268 passing somehow. We really spread it out, but still every receiver had like under 30 yards.
Yeah. A good win for Pittsburgh.
Really? Yeah.
It really is. And the 0 New England run game jumps out to me just because New England spent a pretty high draft pick on Travion Henderson. And you talk about a guy who hasn't done much at all during the early portion of his career, probably leaving a lot of fantasy managers frustrated who took a shot on him.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know, like it feels like when New England is really good, and even going back to the Brady days, which is when they were mainly good, they always had a really good run game. And they just don't seem to have that the last couple seasons.
Well, they had a great system, a plug and play system.
Right. Dude, it didn't matter who was back there.
Maybe
they were rumbling.
Maybe it was the offensive line was always good.
True. Yeah. Maybe they got to get back to that as their identity. Like maybe Vrabel should focus on this, kind of like we don't want Drake maybe throwing for 268 yards.
They do have May instead of Brady. That might have something
sure,
to do with it.
Absolutely. But I also think just kind of how if you want to build a foundation of being a competitive team again, then maybe they should focus on those trenches and try and like get back to overpowering people at the snap.
These are the games that Aaron Rodgers did not win with the Jets last year.
Great point.
And he's winning them this year, and that's exactly what we want to see. This is how the Steelers win, no matter who's playing quarterback a lot of the time. So
yeah. Perfect Steelers game script. Yeah. It really was. Like Tomlin was probably as happy as can be in the locker room. Like this is how we want the games to unfold. This is how we're gonna win.
Aaron Rodgers 2-1. 2-1, boys. Okay. Packers Browns could be considered the game of the week.
Crazy.
It kind of excited me more than any other game at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Just in terms of the whoa.
Yeah, what happened?
Love had 183, 1-1. When I say that, it's touchdown interception, by the way, for the listener. Wide receiver troubles, ? For the Packers. M. Golden is their rookie. Marcus Golden, I believe. And he was the best guy on the field Sunday. Green Bay, no run game. But Cleveland run defense after that performance against Derrick Henry last week. And then this week, shutting down the Packers run game. Fucking Browns. Let's go. Flacco, 142, 0-1. Quentin Judkins is here, 1894-1. And then Joku, the man, ? No wide receiver for Cleveland. Which of these do you like?
Yeah, I mean, just a total defensive battle. A game that felt like Green Bay was in control. I can't believe how they felt in the locker room. They must have just been completely shocked that like Cleveland somehow stole this game from them. Yeah, rough way to give the ball back to Cleveland late, I feel like Green Bay is going to miss Jaden Reed.
100%.
Like
You're welcome, everybody else in the league.
Commanders, got hurt in that game. I mean, obviously they took a high pick on Golden, and they've got Dobbs, and they've got Wicks, and Tucker Kraft's really, really started the year strong. But there's just something about having Reed in that fold that makes me feel like, who the hell do you guard? Like they're going to be able to exploit some kind of matchup here or there with all these different weapons on the field at the same time. And to me, more than anything, at the end of the day, when Cleveland walks away victorious, is like their defense deserves all the credit in the world. They really shut down a really good offense.
Really fun team, and we all love to root for them because they're always bad. I mean, it was really cool to see that happen. This seems like the year of the tight end in a big way. And so, if you can shut down the tight end like they did with Kraft, you stop the run game, force them to get those wide receiver yards up there. It's a good defensive game plan. Judkins just did way better than Jacobs too this game.
Yeah.
He was a guy that he was a holdout. I drafted him in fantasy, didn't play the first couple weeks, and he did great today. So that's a good sign for Cleveland.
Yeah, great point, dude. Judkins is here.
Yep.
And that's a good call.
We like him. And Flacco, 0 TDs, 1 interception, 140 yards, but he's Joe Flacco, and he won the fucking game.
He won the game. Yeah, dude, that's a big win for Jody.
Yeah. All right, Saints Seahawks. we can maybe cruise through this a little bit. I have Rattler, 218, 1-1. Kamara, under 50. Olave, 10 for 57. Insane receiver line there.
That is insane.
Darnold, 218, 2-0 rather. That's touchdowns, interceptions. Seattle, no run game. Kenneth Walker, under 40.
Yeah.
JSN, top 5, question mark. New guy alert. Torrey Horton, punt return, 2 touchdowns. What stands out to you here?
Oh, just absolute masterclass by Seattle. I mean, they freaking smoked them. Completely dominated the game. Yeah, and Smith and Jigba is nice, dude.
Is he top 5?
Ooh. Give me
I'm
top
just talking
10.
about this year. So, like,
I mean,
guys
he's gotta
like
be
Chase
right
and
there.
Jefferson,
Sure.
they're out of the top 5.
Right. I mean, he's on the cusp.
I think
I
he
would
is.
give him on the cusp.
I'm going to give it to him.
Torrey Horton had 2 punt returns.
1, and then another receiving touchdown.
Another receiving touchdown.
Speaking
what
of,
a game.
Yeah, we love that. We love the new guy alerts.
Yeah, we do.
I forgot to mention Pearsall.
Yeah.
When we passed that game. No, he's not a top 5 receiver, but the Pearsall McCaffrey, I just want to shout that out for the Niners. Pearsall, fucking great opening season.
He's been awesome. And that's another thing that had me thinking about the lack of production from Marvin Harrison Jr. was like how you've seen Pearsall have a couple good games. I just feel like we haven't seen that good game from MHJ yet.
But we have this kind of Cooper Cup design, right? So we got Nakua, we got maybe a Pearsall you could fit in that, where they're getting 9-10 catches every week. It's just what they're gonna do. But it's only for about 100. It's just like 10-yard average. I don't know who else fits that. And then you got your other guys where it's like they're going to get 4 or 5 for 80 or 100. It's just different types of receivers.
It is.
So Marvin Harrison's the more like 4 for 90.
Right, and he lines up on the outside. I think different types of receivers really stood out to me, what you just said right there. JSN is a slot guy.
Right.
On Ross St. Brown. I mean, he's been somebody that's gotten better on the outside, but he's a great route runner. And Pearsall's a slot guy, so he's getting matched up against a linebacker or a safety, Mac Jones is audibling to try and get him into the right matchup, and then knows that I can trust him in man coverage, and he's a good route runner. So,
the slot receiver is dominating over the wide guys.
Yeah. And and if you're an offensive coordinator, doesn't it make sense
they're
that you're
crossing, they're doing this?
Yeah, they're like, dude, I want to get this guy in a matchup where I can know he can beat a linebacker or a slot corner or. I like it. Usually you've got these, really legit blanket, nasty, good DBs on the outside, like Surtain or somebody like that. That's like, I'm gonna shut you down, bud.
This is top tier analysis here, the AFC Sports Pod. Anything else from here? Olave, maybe they were trying. I don't remember from the tape. Olave 10 for 57. They must have been using him as a slot guy, short passes, maybe screens. I don't know what they did there. Yeah,
maybe a lot of quick passes to Ahlswede. That's a good point. And I get this is your number 2 team in the point differential power rankings.
Crazy.
So that is right there too for me.
Yeah. All right, Titans Colts. Speaking of top power rank teams, number 1 Colts. Let's go,
dude.
Ward pick 6 opening drive. LOL. But 219 1-1.
He did bounce back a little. Give
Pollard.
him some credit.
Oh, sorry. Pollard under 50. Okay, we got a lot of under 50 guys this week, running backs. Daniel Jones, 228, 1-0, no picks again. Dancing in the pocket, exclamation point, Daniel Jones. Jonathan Taylor, MVP. And then Pittman, solid. Tyler Warren, hype. What stands out to you here?
Jonathan Taylor, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's so good so far this season.
I just want to start talking about him as an MVP candidate already.
I know. I love that. I think he's definitely in the conversation.
Bro, it's the Allen,
Cook and
Jones Taylor, dude.
Yeah, everything's going good when your running game is going good. And maybe what we're not talking about more is Indianapolis's offensive line.
Coaching, I don't know.
And the coaching, something that they're winning the battle in the trenches because Jones is not taking a lot of pressure. He's not getting sacked a lot. They're running roughshod on their opponents. Their wideouts are having big games. I mean, Pittman at least.
Rigo Sanchez is lounging on the lake in
that's
Indianapolis.
Right, dude. We didn't mention that. Like
1 punt this year.
But it's a record, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
The Commanders did something similar to open the season last year, I remember. But must not have been this solid. Yeah, 43 yards, one punt inside the 20.
I guess the consequence of that is like we're not going to see Rigo in the Pro Bowl.
I guess not.
You know?
But we'll see him in the playoffs, baby.
Yeah. Even better. Go get a Super Bowl, Rigo.
Last thing I want to say here is just the abject Giants front office. Get rid of Barkley, Super Bowl next year. Get rid of Jones, top team in the NFL through 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, that we're going to add them to the just hugely depressed franchise base. Cowboys and Giants out of the NFC East, two of the biggest depressed.
How fast does Malik
fan bases.
Neighbors want out of town right now?
Bro, especially when his best friend Jaden is over there in Washington, just consistent as hell. Fans have been saying that from day one. Neighbors
I could see that. I could see that for sure. It makes a lot of sense to me.
Okay, Broncos Chargers. How we feeling? We got some juice left in the podcast.
We're good
tank?
for sure.
Okay.
Just gotta buzz. My watch gives me notifications, so if I look at it, it doesn't mean I'm out of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for telling me.
You bet.
2 weeks later, I'm looking at this guy.
no.
Look at his watch. All no, it's good.
Please don't assume with me, bro.
I know you're locked in. Knicks 153 1-0. Dobbins and Sutton very good. Nothing else.
Pretty much, huh?
Herbert 300 1-1. Hampton 70-1. Q Johnson, Allen, McConkey trio.
That's nasty.
And then epic AFC West battle.
It really was.
What stands out to you here?
Just a heartbreaker for Denver, man. Coming off the heartbreaker for Indy, like I was mentioning earlier. I mean, it's two real tough games for them to lose. But, dude, give Herbert some credit. That nasty wide receiver trio is looking real nice.
When McConkey's your number 3 guy?
Yeah, I think, it's a sneaky move to go out and get Allen after a year in Chicago where he didn't really do much.
The fact he's still so spry and good, and he makes one of the best catches off one of the best throws that we're going to see this year, that rolling to the left to tie the game. Like, that is...
The arm strength on that throw is crazy.
Who did that remind you of, that throw?
Rodgers.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was my takeaway. Is now Herbert is officially now the modern Aaron Rodgers.
I like it.
Lock
it in. How about that for a take? Yeah, and Johnston's really emerged. I mean, did they get McConkey and Johnston in the same draft? I want to say they did.
I want to say Johnston's 1 year older. But maybe
1 year older, maybe.
He still led the team in receiving yards.
Good AFC West battle. And hey, man, don't look now, but the Chargers are 3-0.
And the Broncos are 1-2. The Knicks, Dobbins, Sutton trio is still honestly it's really good.
I love Sutton.
So, obviously the Broncos don't feel like they should be 1-2, and they think they're still gonna compete. And I still think they are a playoff team. I will say that.
Yeah, me too.
In that AFC, I think we can lock them in as a wild card team.
Me too.
Texans, Jags, probably one of the least interesting games of the week. Just like the Houston Texans have been in every week, to be honest. Jags are in some wonky games every week as well. Let's read through the notes. Houston rushing for the team, 19 for 87. Chubb's leading rusher still under 40 yards. Nico is here, 8 for 104 and 1 touchdown. Stroud, 204, 1 and 2.
Oof.
Lawrence, 202, 0 and 1. Etienne, 56 and 1. BTJ, 2 and 55. And the new guy, Brenton Strange, the tight end for the Jaguars. Yeah. What stands out here? Pretty boring to me.
It is. I think what stands out is that Houston's 0-3. And I think that they're kind of missing it with how they're going about what they're doing offensively. I think they're trying to rely on the run just a little too much. And I don't know. It's so hard to make that characterization of an offense that's the strategy they're using, because obviously you want to establish a run because it gives you an opportunity to throw the ball more, But I guess what I want and hope is that like they can trust Stroud a little bit more and put him in positions to showcase his incredible ability to throw the ball and his athleticism. And I don't think I feel like they're almost just a little too conservative. You've got a guy like Nico. Like, I want to see a Houston offense that's more like a Detroit offense, or more like an offense out there that Yeah, I know, and maybe they don't quite have a lot of weapons, but they do have really good players, and maybe when they get Tank Dell back, you'll have an opportunity for that more. I just want to see more fireworks, and I know Nico had a good game, but I feel like they should, I don't know, just open it up a little bit, be a little bit more aggressive.
Mixon's out from an injury. What happened to Mixon? Did they trade him? Was he a free agent?
He's on the restricted list.
Okay.
For something. I think it's. I don't know if it's behavior related.
Okay.
I don't want to say I know exactly what that is, but he'll be back soon. Couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they are missing a couple key pieces, which leads to where they are now. Based on what you described, we might have a little bit of an offensive coordinator problem, perhaps.
Yeah, dude, it feels like it, man.
And they have a good defense, so like this game was 17-10. All these games that they played have been low scoring. They probably should be winning. That said, I don't like the Texans as a playoff team this year. What was my other takeaway from this?
Mixon's on the reserve non-football injury list.
Huh, okay.
So it is an injury, but yeah.
Chubb is not the same Nick Chubb, so I think that might be a little, misleading, him being back there. He's just, unfortunately, I mean, that guy was amazing a couple years ago in his prime, but he's not the same guy. So
different system, different offensive line, no doubt.
These two teams, I mean, that said, these two teams out of the AFC South, if we can already crown the Colts in the AFC South after 3 weeks, which I am already, they're going to be fighting for a wild card. Yeah. So this is kind of a wild card matchup, which, by the way, even makes it even a worse loss for the Texans.
It does.
Yeah, the Texans are fucking horrible.
They are, man. It's interesting. Sorry. And their defense, that's a team that relies a lot on their defense. D'Amico's a defensive guy at the head coach spot.
Remember when they crushed the Chargers in the playoffs last year?
Well, it was a crazy game.
That feels weird now.
It does. It feels like ages ago.
I think 4 picks against Herbert or something like that.
Yeah. Their defense was amazing.
All right. Yeah, takeaway from that is those are still 2 AFC wildcard teams, I think. Jets, Bucks. Fun ending to this one. This was almost my favorite ending. Let's go. We have Tyrod Taylor, 197, 2-1, 48 yards rushing. We have Garrett Wilson, 10 for 84 and a score. Top 10 talent. Not performance, talent, question mark.
Definitely talented.
Baker, 233, 1-0. Bucky, 2.6 per carry. He had like 22 carries. Egbuka fire. Mike Evans in 2025, question mark. Your takeaway. Or your choice out of these.
Crazy. My big takeaway is it looks like Tampa's gonna get Godwin back soon, but now you're without Evans for a few weeks.
Oh, did he get hurt?
Yeah. That's brutal.
Gotcha.
So that's my big takeaway from this game is like I felt really good about Tampa the last few weeks. It was like this is one of the best teams in football. And now I'm kind of like, I wonder what's going to happen without Evans. Obviously, Igbuka stepped up. Igbuka. But, yeah, I mean, you get Godwin back. You still got a good run game. But a game that was a lot closer than I thought it would be.
I mean, the blocked field goal to return for a touchdown to take the lead by 1, that's insane. I mean, the Eagles-Rams is one thing. What happened there?
Yeah.
That was to actually take the lead?
Yeah.
We saw Aaron and Glenn getting down on the sideline.
He was, dude. He was so pumped. The first thing he thought was like, there's too much time.
But, bro, look at all 3 of the Bucks games this year. The Falcons game.
Close.
Missed a field goal at the end.
Yeah.
The last-second comeback against the Texans, and then this?
Yeah.
The cardiac fucking team of the year. Jesus, Baker Mayfield. Goddamn.
Yeah, he's clutch, dude. Whew. He steps up when it matters.
Bucks have honestly the most insane start to the season, I think.
Yeah, it is pretty insane. That's a good point. They played some wild endings.
All right, we got 3 to go.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else? Did you have anything else to say?
Nope.
Okay.
Good on that one.
Bengals, Vikings. We have Browning, 141-2. Jamar and Higgins moving forward. Contracts, ! JJ moving forward. That's Justin Jefferson. Wentz, 173, 2-0. Jordan Mason, ex-Niner, 116-2, baby.
Nice game for Mason.
And then the Isaiah Rodgers game, 2 huge defensive scores.
Yeah.
What's your big takeaway?
That's it. it's Rodgers.
That man.
Dude, that's such a crazy game.
They said something about how his mom like talked to the announcers of the game, like, watch out for my son today.
No way.
Yeah.
That's great. I didn't know that. Love that. Yeah. I can't believe that. And he had a couple other, like he forced a fumble or he did something else that
they just scored.
He had crazy stats. What a cool game for him, man.
What about like the Wentz Browning takeaways here?
Well, yeah, one's moving in the wrong direction. And Wentz, I go back to opening the show, Kevin O'Connell, 15-3 with a ginger quarterback whisperer, man. He just knows what to do. You get the guy in there. What is this? How does this affect McCarthy? What if Wentz comes out and leads them to another great victory? He's got to stay. He's got to stay as your number one.
I mean, I never in a million years thought I'd see Carson Wentz on an NFL field again, let alone winning a game. Let alone winning a game 48-13.
Yeah, they just absolutely dominated.
My big takeaway is that this Jamar Chase and T. Higgins contract combo. T. Higgins had one catch for 15 yards.
Yeah.
Jamar, we had 5 for 50 or something like that. Like, they're paying these guys like $60-70 million a year, something crazy, right?
Yeah. But you can't catch the ball if it's not thrown to you.
For sure. Obviously, yeah. Burrow's not in. It's completely unfair, maybe take to have. But, we just signed Terry for $30 million this offseason. I don't know. I mean, and he had a big play, but, slow couple weeks. He'll obviously pick it up.
Now he's hurt.
Yeah, sure. I'm not concerned about him kind of picking it up. I don't know, man. Do you sign a receiver to $30 million anymore? Can you not find guys? I don't know. I know these are star guys apparently, but because if it goes south, you're fucked. I guess that's kind of my point.
Yeah, absolutely. You got a lot of bank in your 2 wideout spots. I think one makes sense. I do think it, there was a little bit of a surprise when they signed Higgins.
Right.
And obviously they were in negotiations for that for a long time, right? There was talk of him holding out. There was talk of wanting a new contract. There was talk of like, is Cincinnati going to give him this?
We were hoping to get him. We were talking about that a lot last year.
That's right. So you make a great point.
Do you do it? Do you do that $30 million contract? Even for a number one guy? I don't know.
I would. I think, I mean, for the right number one guy, I think probably there's 10 to 15 wideouts out there that I would pay that kind of money for, but I wouldn't pay Garrett Wilson, even though he's a top 10 talent, a massive contract, to use an example like that. A couple years ago, I wouldn't, and obviously now, but I wouldn't have paid George Pickens if he was barking for more money. It'd be like, you're super talented, but sorry.
It does feel like, to get into the Jerry Maguire of it all, the behind-the-scenes agent dealings and how actually dramatic and dynamic those real-life situations are behind the scenes that we can only kind of imagine.
True.
And just the emotions, the anger, the back and forth, fuck you, like I'm worth this, you're not worth this, blah, blah, blah. It's the agents have kind of been winning lately.
Yeah.
And good for the players. I'd rather the player have the money than the fucking owner, any day of the week.
Sure.
But if I'm a GM with a salary cap, I don't know.
No, I don't know. If I was to build a team, I would definitely pay a bunch of money to offensive and defensive line because the game is won in the trenches. I'd want the best O-line and the best D-line and good quarterback.
Fascinating path forward for the Vikings here. They're now number 5 in the Point Differential Power Rankings. That NFC North, also like your NFC West, looking exactly like they did last year with these
tough
teams. They have like 3 teams in the top 7 in the ranking, just like they did all year last year.
It's a great division. It really is.
Can we get a Jerry Maguire 2 with like Shia LaBeouf in the Tom Cruise role? That would be amazing. I feel like that movie needs to, let's bring it back so we can do the 2025 version.
My thought process goes to like, it's not like that. Like the agent in the conversations, it's not as dramatic.
It's not exactly like Tom Cruise.
That's a movie.
The agents aren't running through the tunnels, fucking leaving their company with J.D. Salinger manifestos. No, I want Jerry Maguire too. Okay.
Yeah.
Living directors, follow it. 2 more games rather. Here are my Chiefs-Giants notes. I don't care. Dart starts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you can't see. Sorry.
No, you're good.
The camera's in the way. You just have to trust me on this one. That's all we got.
It's fine.
I don't care. Dart starts. Do you care about anything from that Chiefs-Giants game?
Not necessarily. Just that
Sunday
Cam
night.
Scatterboo is going to get his shot now. I love Cam Scatterboo.
He's fine.
That's a Northern California cat right there, dude, who plays hard.
He was cursed to go to the Giants for me.
Yeah.
Obviously, I love my NorCal guys.
Yeah.
Once you go to the interdivisional team,
Sure.
I kind of got
I
to
get that.
give up on you a little bit.
He's great, dude. I would think there was kind of some question marks about like how his running style and would he be quick enough and all that kind of stuff coming out of ASU. And it's like, it's just cool to see. He had a good game. And it's like, let's go, dude. And you want 6 sellies. He does some sick touchdown sellies too.
Anything. I literally do not care about this game. It was a Sunday night game. Like, what the fuck are we doing? We have another Sunday night game with like the Cowboys this week. Like, what the fuck are we doing Sunday night? Seriously. Don't we flex these games?
Clip that. That's great.
Don't we flex these games?
Yeah. Not
Chiefs,
yet, but we
Giants
should.
Sunday.
Oh, God.
Anyways, do you have anything to say about this game?
No.
Are we good? Okay, good. Last game. The Las Vegas Raiders at the Washington Commanders.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised this wasn't number 1 on your list.
Well, I saved this to the end. Would you mind reading the other whiteboard note behind me? I can't turn around here.
Mariota 40, and it looks like a hamburger
There
or
we go.
a 40 burger.
There's a new restaurant that opened up in Chico and DC. Only 2 locations. Mariota's 40 Burgers. Okay?
Yeah.
That shit would pop off. He came in last year. Jaden Daniels got hurt last year. People kind of forget that.
Yeah.
Got a little banged up. He had a rib.
Yeah, he did.
Mariota came in against the kind of anemic Titans. We beat them 40-7 at home. And people are just like, yeah, the backup just came in and won 40-7.
Yeah.
This week, the backup just came in and won 40-24. They had some late scores. I mean, this is insanely impressive.
Yeah.
Granted, Carson Wentz just scored 40
Yeah,
as a backup.
I was about to say that.
But, like, I think we're kind of understating the fact that this is happening with these backups.
Yeah, that's a good thought process, man. I mean, is Mariota the best backup in the league? I mean, my gosh, what he's done in his 2 opportunities the last couple of years is really impressive.
And yet, I thought kind of Browning with what he showed in the last couple of years might have been the best, but I think it's obviously Mariota.
I think it's obviously Mac Jones.
Fair. But that's a good point because they're both system guys. Mariota is literally the same type of quarterback as Jaden, aside from his size, right?
Yeah.
The guy runs his fucking ass off,
Yeah,
dude.
he's an impressive
And he's
athlete.
bigger.
Yeah.
He throws nice balls. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's kind of insane how good he is. It's insane how comfortable I feel when Jaden doesn't play.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because you didn't feel that with Mac. He's just happened to win.
No, you're right. You're right. Mariota's dominated. Like, Mac's won a couple tight games, but Mariota's gone out there and basically put the team on his shoulders and just been like, yeah, we're going to win this easily.
I do think that they're unequivocally the best quarterback duo in the NFL.
Okay.
Right?
I'd say fair. Yeah.
Like, we can't even imagine another, like, kind of, who's the backup in Baltimore, who's the backup in Buffalo. Like, we don't care. They're not good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's a good call. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I mean, if I was Washington, I would give strong consideration to letting Jaden get real healthy.
Well, we go into Atlanta next week.
To bring him back.
So.
You think they're going to bring Jaden back?
No, I mean it's exactly like the Raiders game. It's another good opportunity to play Marcus.
Play Marcus. Yeah.
Especially with a knee like that. Like, I mean, 3 weeks rest is pretty fucking solid.
Yeah, I would definitely highly consider that after the way Mariota played.
And also, the Commanders still have one of the hardest schedules in the league this year.
Do.
So this Raiders Falcons back-to-back is literally the only time where they can do this.
Yeah.
It makes all the sense in the world. And Jaden comes back with a tough schedule starting week 5. But
and hopefully not rusty.
Jalen Lane, our rookie receiver draft pick, had his first touchdown and big punt return.
McNichols had an amazing run.
I know, right?
Bouncing off people left and right. You know, they started Rodriguez too, and he was nice in that first drive. And I was like, gosh darn it. Like, why?
Remember
it makes no
way
sense.
back when in week 2 against the Packers, when everyone was like, oh, why'd you trade Brian Robinson?
Yeah.
And now Eckler's hurt. They had like 240 yards rushing this game. I mean,
yeah, they did. They ran rough.
They're the number 2 rushing team in the NFL.
Yeah, yeah, that's interesting.
That's incredible. I mean, the fact that that's turning out the way it is God's gift for this team.
It's also like, why wasn't Rodriguez like in the fold early on? Like, why? I'm so confused by that.
We got depth, bro.
Yeah, okay.
But you're saying he's better than Robinson? You're saying like,
or like I would have played him more from the start and maybe a little less of Eckler. Maybe kind of had Eckler be a change of pace kind of guy, and like maybe Rodriguez be your starter. You know, I just thought that was weird because I've liked him. I've always thought he's a good running back.
No, it's insane that we had no starting quarterback, both of our top two starting running backs out, and just dominated like that.
Crushed. Yeah,
crazy.
Poor Raiders. Yeah, that's a really impressive win. I mean, I kind of felt going into that game like this is gonna be an interesting game,
and so did the Raiders fans. That's why they got so crushed.
Yeah,
emotionally.
That's a nice win for Washington. Really is. It's a bit of a statement win.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, we're gonna be here. Don't forget about us.
Right, and they're also picked as a regression team by a lot of people. And I just think what people forget about that team is they weren't just winning out of the gate last year in Jaden's first year. They were like crushing teams. And that's why I was like, oh, okay, this is different. This is very different.
Right.
That's the system, basically. They're a system team. We got our boy McCaffrey with his first NFL touchdown, I believe.
Luke got a TD.
It was garbage time last drive, whatever.
Didn't Quinn get hit in the schnapps or something? Didn't he take a shot or something? I was reading somewhere.
Did you not see that?
No, but I was. People were talking about it.
It was potentially scary because it was one of those fall on your back, potentially hit your head type things. But he got bloody on his nose. It was great.
Love it, dude. Dan Campbell, something about the Dans. They're just tough.
Seriously, I think we talked about that. And anything else from this game? There's the Raiders receiver. I feel so bad I didn't write his name down. He had like 150 and 3 touchdowns.
Jacoby?
No.
Trey Tucker.
Trey Tucker.
Yeah.
So,
love
bright
that.
spot there. Okay, we did it. We got through every game.
Let's see. We guys got Falcons on the road. We got a tough one with the Jags coming into town.
All right, we're at 123. I appreciate your time. As always, let's try to lock this in. NFL, we'll close. No, we'll do this first. Let's just mow through the Week 4 games as we do. Seahawks at Cardinals Thursday. Really nice Thursday night game that is going to be kind of maybe a little, Thursday games are wonky, so it might not be what it could be. I'm curious how that game goes. Me
too. I wonder if Arizona can bounce back a little bit.
Or Seahawks puts up another 40-10 win.
And just buries the Cardinals.
That's rough if they do. If they do, then how are we feeling about this team?
Exactly. Agree.
Vikings at Steelers. No, not at Steelers. Vikings in Dublin, Ireland against the Steelers.
Dude.
The first NFL game in Ireland. We got Carson Wentz versus Aaron Rodgers.
And lots of Guinnesses to be drank. Lots of pints are going to be taken down.
We get to wake up at 6:30 on the West Coast. We love it.
Yeah, you're going to be up for that game,
Get to start drinking Guinness at 6:30.
No, thanks, dude. That's awesome.
We'll have to quit drinking, actually. We have Commanders at Falcons, which we mentioned. This is a classic, though, like, sleep on them game.
Totally.
So, like, I'm sure Quinn will have our guys ready, but this is going to be a close game, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not a runaway.
I just want to hear them announce Kirk Cousins is starting. Gets to take on his former team.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Unless he comes back and, like, beats us.
Yeah.
I'm worried a little bit about something like that happening, dude.
Oh, that's crazy. You're on the road. I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Chargers at Giants.
Snoozer.
Dart versus Herbert.
Actually, yeah, there's some allure to that.
Now we're watching that.
Now it's a Dart start. Dude, let's go, Dart.
The Dart start. Pick 6 Phoenix and the Dart start this week.
Phoenix sounds so terrible. Pick 6 Phoenix. That makes it even better or worse. That's so good.
Oh, I think that's going to stick. Dude.
Big 6 Phoenix.
All right. Titans at Texans. Snoozer.
That is Texans talk about a snoozer. My gosh.
The Texans lose this game, bro. Just quit this.
That's it, dude. End it. Trade Stroud now.
That said, Ward versus Stroud is kind of a sick divisional future matchup into the future.
It could be. Yeah, maybe this is the Cam Ward game.
Dog, the Eagles' schedule has been brutal, and they're 3-0. Shout out to the Eagles, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, they played the Cowboys week 1, but Eagles at Bucks. Fucking what a game.
That is beautiful. Tasty.
Panthers at Patriots. So I'm actually super interested in what happens with this game. If the Panthers win, they go to 2-2, and now suddenly they're like, can they beat people?
Yeah. Right.
And the
On
Patriots.
The road. Yeah, you're so right. This is that's a wild game for Bryce and Drake maybe.
Patriots fans just kind of always have a little expectation for their team, so it's like, do they really suck? Can they win some games? I don't know. Saints at Bills. Ouch. Yikes. Easy schedule for the Bills. What the hell? Browns at Lions.
Come on, Jody.
Super interested in how the Browns defense plays against this.
Yeah, agree.
The Ravens did put up 41 on the Browns.
On the road, though. The Browns are nice at home.
Jags at Niners.
It's a good one. I don't know. This is a tough stretch. I think we follow this up with the Thursday night game against the Rams.
Ooh.
It's going to be interesting how we kind of treat this one. But, yeah, scared. Definitely scared.
This feels like the kind of the Cardinals matchup where it's like you said your worry was at like an 8 or 9.
Yeah, same.
Like, same for this game.
Same exact spot. I mean, I feel like this game's going to go either way. I don't think it's going to be an easy game. I think it's a lot tougher of a matchup than maybe people anticipated at the start of the season. Jags have played good. They're a different team with Duval running the show.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
No mention of Travis Hunter. I don't know if we're going to mention this guy all year. Who knows? I'd like to see a big Brian Thomas Jr. game.
Speaking of other guys, like he's kind of in that MSJ category who hasn't really had a great start to the year. It's interesting.
No, Marvin Harrison's had a better. MSJ. You mean MH?
MHJ. Sorry. Yeah.
Brian Thomas had a really bad.
Thanks for keeping me honest.
Colts at Rams. Jesus, game of the week.
Yeah, it's
if the
funny,
Colts pull this out, bro.
I mean, we play at division, I believe. So, yeah, obviously with the Niners playing Jaguars. So at the beginning of the year, you're looking at that game thinking that's a winnable game.
Not anymore.
Yeah. It feels like the Colts are no longer a team people can think about beating easily.
Do the Colts play in Frisco? Do you know?
I don't know.
That'd be a fun game to go to.
That would be. Rigo.
Bears at Raiders. Oof.
Does Caleb get the Bears to 2-2?
So that's basically the Panthers-Patriots game. Same exact
same one, right?
Same
feels total same vibe.
Exactly.
Wholeheartedly agree with that.
Ravens at Chiefs late game.
Dude, let's go.
1-2 against 1-2.
That's nice. The afternoon slate's pretty good, man.
Packers at Cowboys, a Sunday night game. I get it. It's a historic matchup, so it gets ratings, but shit game. Packers are going to crush them. I mean, if the Cowboys can pull it off. At this point, I'm already rooting for the Cowboys over the Packers as a Commanders fan because the Packers are who we're going to have to battle with seeding in the playoffs. I'm assuming or hoping.
I think Dallas gives them a bit of a fight.
Yeah, and there was, remember the Cowboys-Steelers game last year that the Cowboys won, that people were like, the Steelers are going to definitely win this game, and it could be something like that,
There's already some bulletin board material being provided by Micah Parsons saying he's going to hurt Dak Prescott.
Forgot about that.
So, yeah, that makes this game a little attractive, too, right? Just the fact that Mike is going back after being traded. I mean, it's quick. That was like a month ago.
Seriously. Do we get Spitgate Part 2?
Ooh, yeah. There could be some testy vibes between those two teams, man. It could be fun. It could be good TV on Sunday night.
Should we allow once per game for two players to take their helmets off and start fist fighting like in hockey? Think about it.
I mean, it'd be great for the fans, but probably not for the kids. Wouldn't set the right example. It's weird that you could still, like, hockey's still okay with that, by the way.
We should be one time.
One time?
You get to call it. You start the game.
Hey, dude, if they made that choice, I wouldn't. I would watch.
They go in a circle. Everybody circles around them. In the field.
Oh, yes, let's do it.
So Mike and Dak, no, Mike would be too much. That'd be more like a Derrick Henry versus Hutchinson.
We get a double header on Monday night.
Jets at Dolphins. Another shit Dolphins night game. What are we doing, NFL?
Yeah.
And then Bengals at Broncos. Broncos, this is their chance to finally crush somebody.
Dude, when the schedule makers chose that for the Monday night games, they were thinking it was going to be a lot better than it is now.
Okay, let's wrap this thing up. Solid hour 30. We're dealing with the Chico heat here in the office.
Yeah.
It's
about to cool down, though. Thank goodness.
That's going to be nice when it cools down for the office.
A couple more weeks.
We have one bit remaining. I don't know if Ross is putting any thought into the Derek Carr award every week or not. We can take some time to think about it.
Can I get some ayahuasca?
I spoiled my pick earlier. David Montgomery. Put some respect on that man's name. Jahmyr Gibbs, always the top Detroit fantasy pick. Blah, blah, blah. Jahmyr Gibbs. He's the best. Bijan Gibbs. No. David motherfucking Montgomery. Second guy that just pops off for, what, he had like 13 carries for 150 this week or something insane.
Crazy runs, too.
He is the piece that puts that team over the top, that allows them to go into Baltimore and crush one of the best teams in football, supposedly. David Montgomery, you win this week for my Derek Carr. Put some respect on my name award.
I love it. I had him last year in fantasy. He was so nice and so reliable until he got hurt. And
also a pass catcher too, right?
It's cool. Yeah, he catches a fair amount. I mean, a little. But yeah, I mean, the way he's bounced back and just settled right back in to how productive he was is nice to see. And he's had some big long runs. I'm going to go backup QBs. I want to put some respect on Marcus and Mack. I want to put some respect on special teams units that specifically block kicks and return them for touchdowns, because this was a crazy week of that. So shout out to all those units that were making plays. But the winner for me is Isaiah Rodgers from Minnesota.
Yeah.
I mean, to do what he did, I don't think that kind of game's ever happened before.
And technically, Carson Wentz should probably just be the runaway winner this week. I mean,
add him to the list of backup QBs. How could I forget him? Great point.
To win like that,
yeah,
when everybody thinks you're out of the league, I mean, I might even change my answer to Carson Wentz. I think it's got to be Carson. I mean, how can it not be?
Yeah. Put some respect on the Vikings.
Put some respect on Ross Fields'
name. Put some respect on Derek Ahlswede's name.
For coming in every Wednesday.
So fun, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, I love, the name, their consistency is the name of the game in this podcast space. And as long as Ross can carve out time on Wednesdays, we are bringing, because I respect this man. He has a full-time job. He's really, he's just going all in. We're just doing this for fun until it's not.
There's a lot of things. I'm a pretty busy guy, but I can always find time to come to the shop and chop up some football with my main man, D-Rock.
The YouTube reels are popping. Watch the pod on YouTube, again, at AC Sports Podcast. Instagram's fun at AC Sports Pod. Thanks for listening, man. Look, we just played a full game here. I'm tired.
Dog, we got the great breakdowns, man. It's impressive. Thanks for setting it up. It's been fun to knock them down. Go Niners.
How do we end this? Oh, was that the ending? Shit.
For me, but it wasn't for you. I feel like Mac Jones's Emotional Healing Center and Mariota's 40 Burger makes a lot of sense.
Make sure to buy your hamburger from Marcus Mariota's 40 Burgers. Only in Washington, D.C. and Chico, California. AC Sports Podcast. We out.
Peace.